United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
What David has done, which is really cool. It's really clever. Yeah, I haven't actually seen that level of detail, but you can read about the fact that his mother, for example, said he's going to have 5 years of ballet and going to be an Eagle Scout. So I'm not sure about the ballet, but he got Eagle Scout. So good job, Mom. You got it right. That's awesome, right? And then also, I think most of you, was that?
Technically. Well, I did 5 years and I said I'm out, and she said no, and I said why? She said because you sucked the first 2 years.
Whoa. Okay, well, we're going to learn a lot about Eagle Scouts tonight, right? And then so also, like, as it says here, I think most of us who've been in the church for a while realize that Dave's not from around here, as I speak, but came to us, showed up in 2017, and has been a pretty active member of the Truth since. And one thing that's really interesting in these, I've been in this church since 2010, and I've seen a lot of these kids grow, from little kids to grown men, and you see them grow and develop over time, and you get a sense of their personality. Now, this program is about leadership in some ways, and David was a really interesting example of that, because over time you saw his leadership style kind of develop. He got a little proactive, especially about certain instructional things. He turned into a backpacker. We went backpacking to Philmont with us. You can read about that on one of my 2 trips to Philmont. And when we started doing these preparations for backpacking trips after that, David was all gung-ho about making sure the younger scouts knew what to take, what not to take, what to expect, and things like that. And it was an example of kind of a proactive, spontaneous leadership style that this young man developed as he matured. So it's been kind of interesting watching him on his journey. In addition to the things that you read, there's also people things that come up as these kids grow into young men. So nice job for all that, David.
Responsibilities of the rank of Eagle Scout.
On my honor, I will do my best.
On my honor, I will do my best.
To make my training an example.
To make my training an example.
And make my rank and influence strongly count.
And make my rank and influence strongly count.
For better scouting.
For better scouting.
And for better citizenship.
And for better citizenship.
In my troop.
In my troop.
In my community.
In my community.
And in my
This time, I would like to present him with his Eagle Award. Would the Eagle Escorts please bring his parents to the stage? Thank you, gentlemen. Many will never know the self-sacrifice and helpfulness that David's mother had helped him lead us to this day. As a symbol of what his mother has made possible, the court now asks that David present his mother with a miniature eagle pin. This miniature eagle pin is given to his mother so that she can share in the joy of the eagle badge that he will wear. Okay, next. David, your father has stood by you over the years and has offered encouragement and assistance. As a symbol of what he has contributed to your attainment of this award, the court now asks you to present him with a miniature eagle pin. And the Eagle Escorts, please take the parents back to their seats. 2024. Congratulations. That is a legal badge, this is his equal patch. And it will go here. And he'll be able to have that for the rest of his entire life. Being an Eagle is more than just doing a bunch of merit badges and a bunch of trips. This is about becoming a man. David's done a lot of things in this time. A lot of things I've helped him with. A lot of things he's done independently. He's going to be a fine Eagle.
He's done that a couple of times.
For a letter of congratulations for David. He doesn't know who I am. I serve the United Methodist Church, connecting scouting to the church across the entire world. This challenge coin is our 100th anniversary challenge coin. The Methodist Church was not the first church to sign on with Boy Scouts. We stopped and watched and made sure that this fledgling organization met with the desires that the church needed to see young men become adult men. The intriguing part about the church and scouting is I've done 6,007 letters upon David's letter request coming in. Did 3 more yesterday. And I rarely have the time and the space to actually go and see someone in person. When I heard David was close by, I thought, you know what? It's Saturday. And it's close by. And the only way in which you arrive at 100 years of partnership is through encouraging others to continue to grow, to live, to breathe into what scouting is. When I heard that David is also a Grand Slam person, there aren't a whole lot of people out there that hit that mark. It shows a character and a learning that goes well beyond just meeting ranks. And it goes deep into your bones. This challenge coin I'm giving to you with the challenge. Make the next 100 years successful. Thank you, David. Thank you. Oh, grip and grin this way, right?
Grand Slam, there's a triple crown, which means you've been to 3 of them, and a Grand Slam, that means you've been to 4 of the high adventure bases. So I think he went, I don't know the order, but I think he went to Summit, to Philmont, to Sea Base, and Ely, Frontier, yeah. So each of these are big time adventures, and you learn a lot about yourself and about the people that you go with on each of these trips. So it actually really is a big achievement. You're right to point that out. And actually, he has some of his mementos from those trips are out there on the table, so feel free to browse through those after this is over.
This is the little plaque he gets. It's very nice. Congratulations for 5 years of visa.
We've flown over the nation's capital in honor of the Eagle Scout being awarded today, and it has a certificate that says it was flown over there and everything. So Sean and Rob Nichols, or their former scouts in the troop, are going to come present this on behalf of the family.
This right here is a certificate to prove that this was a United States of America flag that was flown over the United States Capitol on August 2nd, 2024. at the request of Honorable Marsha Blackburn, the United States Senator. This flag was flown for Eagle Scout David Quirk of Troop 197 in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, for outstanding achievement for obtaining the highest rank in Eagle Scout in Boy Scouting. So, congratulations. I'm very proud of you, might I add. So.
In this case, we'll turn this around so everybody can actually see. All right. No one needs to see the back.
Eagle Sticks are a tradition that we started, and as you can see, one got a little too full, so they started another one. And basically, a person takes something, like an item, that means something to them, to other scouting career, and puts it on a stick. And for me, I put a fudge round that Zachary Elton threw at me, and my also saying that. Which was like, I don't know, 5 years ago. So, yeah.
I'm adding a lantern to the stick. I got this lantern when I was around 11 years old, specifically because I didn't know how to talk to the people in the troop yet. So what I did is I got a lantern specifically because I noticed that when people went to sleep in the tents, that who used the flashlight to be the overall light in the tent was an item of debate, I should say. And I just thought of a thing that would make that not happen, so that way people think he's useful, so that way they would like me. If you don't know how to talk to people, be really useful is the message we should really use.
I don't think I've ever actually witnessed something added to Eagle Stick live in person. This is awesome. And so like Carson said, we stopped the first stick at 50 because there just wasn't really room for more. I think Dave, you're 73, Eagle 73. Yeah, so there's now a total of almost 75 items on there that represent somebody's scouting journey. And so one of the things that we started a few years ago is actually symbolized by what's going on with the candle down at the end. There's not as many people now in the troop that remember Joey Onks, but Joseph Onks was one of the founding members of the troop. I knew him as Joey, so people called him Hot Wheels. He was disabled, he was in a wheelchair most of the time. So he brought smiles, laughter, and music. He loved music. He played a lot of guitar to many of our meetings and outings. And so he passed away early. We lost him in 2013. His father, Dan Onks, was an instrumental member of this troop and started a tradition in memory of Joey to keep his memory alive for the troop. And so so Joey was Eagle Scout 15. So we had 15 embroidered on one of the epaulets, and we passed it from Eagle Scout to Eagle Scout. So David will wear it. So David will wear it until the next Eagle comes along. He will then wear it. And this way we'll keep Joey's memory passing down from year to year to the troop. All right, we're on, sir.
This is an eagle coin. It's not unlike the Challenger coin, but the eagle coin is exactly what it says it is. Once an eagle, always an eagle. On the back it reads, "On my honor, I will do my best to make my training an example, my rank and my influence count strongly for better scouting. To this I pledge my sacred honor." We just did this in an Eagle Charge, but this coin, David can keep with him in his wallet, in his hand, in his pocket, and it'll always remind him that he's an Eagle. So for that, Troop gives him this. Okay, after this, we'll give David his closing remarks.
Yeah, so we actually get to hear from him this time, right, instead of us.
Alright, before I present my closing remarks, I have a few mentor pins to give out. I'm giving out 4 mentor pins to 4 people specifically who not only just had a great impact in scouting, but live rent-free in my head. Him specifically. The way he specifically lives rent-free in my head is anytime I'm in a scenario where things need to be happening, where I'm part of a machine to get a specific task done, he is always in my head being like, what are you doing? I don't know, nothing. I have to get involved. It's like, how? Figure it out. And that sucks because today I tried to get involved at some point and he's like, nope, you direct. I'm like, I don't want to do that. And I couldn't not break because he said, no, you don't move. And I said, you said get involved. And he said, yeah, you don't get involved with nothing. Well, I was told to do nothing.
Did you do it?
Yeah, I did nothing. So, around the time we started training to go to Philmont, I, by happenstance, became the person who was holding the map. And because I was good at holding the map, I became the only person holding the map, even if I tried to trade it off. And eventually came back to me holding the map because they didn't understand what they were looking at. It's a role that I always take automatically. I love doing it. It's a way to be a control freak when you're in the woods and you don't have a driver's license, so you can't bail. This is just how you hold on to it. And it's a skill that I've kept with me and I will always use. So, thank you. Thank you. Next pin was going to be for Mr. Nick Nichols. He is not here. He is at a honey convention?
He is.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's great. Yeah.
Right there.
And the last pin is for Dylan Collins. Dylan, get up here. How do I explain? I don't know how to describe it. Specifically, we started around the time before we went to Philmont. I started interacting with Dylan, and I don't know specifically what he passed on to me, but it gave me a way to enjoy being in scouting. I did not enjoy being in scouting, nor did I enjoy that I was signed up for Philmont without knowing. Because I went to a meeting one night, and they said, "You're coming to this meeting, right?" I said, "Why?" They said, "You're going on a trip." And I said, "I am?" And they said, "Yeah, you're on the list." And that's how I found out. But his particular brand of leadership and just how he was with me taught me how to be okay with the fact that you're not a fan of what's going on. How you can still have fun even though the situation completely sucks. That's what you're getting this. So thank you for coming. This has been a long time coming. For as long as I can remember, it has been a really big dream of my mother's for me. I remember this specifically. We were in the van one day, and she turned back to me and she said, "Hey, you want to come to Eagle Scout?" And I said, "Yeah." And then I went to a few meetings, and I figured out what this is going to entail. So I said, "Can I not?" And she said, "No, take Max." And now we're here. I thank everyone who's been an invaluable part of getting me to this place. It would not have been possible without you guys' help and showing up and being chill when I don't communicate well, or usually 12 hours before the thing happens. It's a problem. I tried to fix it. It hasn't happened yet. I'll learn one day. So thank you for showing up here today and at any other point beforehand that got me here. Thank you. That's it.
Thank you, gentlemen. Audience, you can be seated. Eagle escorts, can you